Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching About Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Sunday, March 7th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And I am so ready to get some coloring on here. Good to see everybody. Come on in. Zoom out. Excuse the camera adjustment. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. Hey Wanda, zoom in. There we go, zoom out. So good to see you, Wanda. Zoom out. Jean, hello. Good to see ya. Alrighty. Hey Wanda, I need your help with something. Do you recognize this picture as well? I think it's a Hannah Carzon. I think it's Summer Nights, but I'm not 100% sure. If you could check with me, I would really appreciate that. Good to see everybody. Come on in. You don't know it? Okay. All right. If anybody knows where this picture's from, I would really appreciate that. I would appreciate, yeah. All right. So, announcements. We are getting closer to Ruth Sanderson. Very close. Today's the 7th. I hope everybody's getting excited about that. I know I am. And again, if Lila were here, which I'm sure she will be, she's going to ask you, please share the event. Please remind everybody. We've got a lot going on. Hi, Rita. Guatemala. You know I have to say that. Oh, sweetie, I love you. Okay, I'll look at it. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate that. All right, guys. Now, this is just the one that I was showing you the acrylic paint on. Don't forget, we've got a contest due tonight. Hey, Maddie. Maddie's been coloring fast and furiously on her pieces. So you need to have that in by 12 midnight Central Standard Time. Hello! That's what Maddie always says. Hello! This is from Helen Ellison. We've got 2 books to be the prize, shipped from the UK. So yeah, good stuff with that. All right. So let's go ahead and get our coloring on. Get in your coloring positions, guys, everybody. Prop your feet up or whatever you do. Hi, Brooke. Oh, I just had a really big dinner. Big mistake. No, not really. You can tell I'm feeling really good tonight. All right, who did I miss? So this one is the Fairy Tale Princesses from Lynn. Oh, that's good, Wanda. Yay. This is Summer Nights, Hannah Carlzone. Oh, pretty, Maddie. And then we've got the Kiss that I'm working on. So yeah, we got a lot to do, guys. We do, we do. We're almost done with this one. Okay. So I want to work on the spoon just a little bit more. You're seeing double right now, but you finished it. So Wanda, do I have too many contests going on, or what's the deal with that? Zoom in. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this spoon just a little bit more. And we'll get some more color on it. Yeah, what is it, Wanda? Yes, 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 speak up. Doing okay, Ronnie. Fine and dandy. Who are fine and dandy? Oh. And hello to my YouTube audience now that are watching these videos. All right. That shuffling you hear are my pens. I've got all my markers in my box to the left of me. It's a long box and I just roll through them. Now these are my water-based markers. All right, so let's get a little more richness in that spoon. So I'm using a combination now of the pencil and then the marker on top. So I'm getting a nice rich color with that. I'll extend the time from 7 days to 10 days. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. I was already thinking about that, Wanda. Okay. Let's see. Sharon, Mandala book. There's Lila. What I would suggest, Sharon, post that question in the group. That way more people will see it. I don't color them either, really. All right, so on the spoon, I made the color richer. And now I'm going to, yeah, Dawn also has some mandala books too as well. Dawn Boyer. All right. So I'm going to go ahead now and highlight the spoon. There we go. Zoom out. we're getting pretty darn close on this, guys. So notice now that I went ahead and put the highlight on here. And that's going to pick up that spoon just a little bit better. Katie, hi. I haven't seen you for a while, have I? And hello to everybody that's in the balcony watching. Welcome, welcome to you guys as well. We love it. Well, I'm so glad you could make it in, Katie. You know we love it when you come in. Okay, so let me turn this just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and work up the sky now. Zoom in. How's your business going, Katie? Zoom in. Now, you guys know that I'm all about dimension, detail. So when I do this blue sky, I'm not just going to color in the background and that's it. I'm using, what is this, a 2CP, this is probably a Cool Bank. And the way that I'm doing this particular part here is I'm going to go ahead and darken a little more around the tree edges. So we come in here. With the light blue, and then I'm just going to shade it just a little bit on the edges. Alrighty. Oh, I'm glad you like the tree trunks. Great. Thank you, Brooke, for your comment. Now, I want you to notice how I am varying the blue shade a little bit. And again, this is one of those things, your brain sees it, your eyes may not necessarily see it. But what I'm doing is I'm coloring in the blue, and then I'm going ahead and giving the edges just a little bit darker, not much even. Oh, Katie, that's good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing so well with your business. So what is it again that you do? You said you're packaging things up, you're selling things? Hi, Melissa. Okay. Now, when you guys are coloring, guys, I don't want you to blow off something like, just say, oh, it's just the sky. This is just as integral as everything else. And it gets to the point now in your coloring with your skills that you can go ahead and get something as mundane as the sky looking really great. Does that make sense? All right. Oh, Lila, thank you so much for doing that, for sharing. See, guys, that's the kind of group that we have. All right, now I'm just coloring a little bit. Bomb party is a surprise. Ah, okay. Hi, Helen. I didn't see you earlier, Helen, when you came in. Sorry. And Helen brought up a good idea for, or a technique that I was planning on showing you with these clouds, is you can go ahead and use your white Posca to soften up black lines. Now, again, notice small circles here. And I'm going to edge a little bit with the darker blue on the things that cross over the sky. All right? And I'm going to take that darker blue and I'm also going to spread it over the rest of the sky, almost like you're making blue clouds, all right? If that makes sense. Zoom out. All right. And Sharon had a question the other day about, can you leave areas white? And not color them? And the answer is yes. And here's the answer right here. Helen, how are you doing? Okay. Zoom out. All right, now we want to make sure that your blue is balanced. It looks a little bit darker because we've got this with the trees. So make sure that your blue on the right is balanced with your blue on the left. All right. Now, I'm going to take another blue . Zoom in. Zoom in. So now I've got this blue, this shade of blue, and this is a brute funner. They don't give you the colors, but I'm showing you. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce this second blue into the sky. Now, I am not going to color away. Let's see, to answer Sharon's question. Just because of the look that it's going to give me, the pencils allow me to add these little shades of color here. I mean, I can do that with the markers as well. Some of it, Sharon, just depends on how I'm feeling at the time. And I knew that the pencil would give me the look that I wanted. And there are people that don't have marker, so I make sure to give a balanced use of each. Now, the markers that I've got, Sharon, so that you know, are the Ohuhu color marker. They have a brush at one end and a small, tiny tip at the other. You got to be careful because some of them are just are just the chisel ends. Okay, zoom out, zoom out. Now, again, with my second blue here, do not cover your first blue all the way. You want both blues showing through to give you that beautiful color and dimension. All right? And Sharon, if you're thinking of getting markers, then you need to go through a lot of my videos, the other lives that show how I use those markers. All right, our Canadian contingent is in here, along with Lila. Hi, Sandra. Okay, anybody have any questions about using these shades of blue? Zoom out. Good to see you, Sandra. Okay, now, what Helen was talking about is you can take a Posca or a white gel pen, because we're going to make fluffies. And what we have right now is fine, but we're going to go from fine to being better. Zoom in, zoom in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going over the black line with my white pen. And what that's going to do is eliminate that harsh line. Whoops. And be careful about going over it a second time with your pen, because sometimes it'll pull that ink up. You got to play with it, guys. It's getting a feel for it. And guys, that brings up another point. When you're starting to use something new, markers, pastels, oil-based pastels, whatever, you just got to practice with it. All right. Everybody see now how cool that's starting to look? Now, I'm going to leave a little bit of the black here. We'll see how this looks for this second cloud. You can always go back. And the neat thing is when you're drawing over like this little curly Q right here, zoom in. The neat thing is the pen leaves a visible line. And so you can see where that cloud is, and it really adds to it looking like a cloud. And so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this black part. Everybody see that you can see where those lines were, and that's okay. Now, what I'm going to do as well, I want you to watch this, is I'm going to take the line, even though there's no black line here, and I'm going to extend that curly Q a little bit. Everybody see how I did that right there? Now, let me go back to the beginning here a little bit, and I'm going to draw in another fluffy with my white. See that? There you go. And what that does is that makes it deliberate. And by making it deliberate, it doesn't look out of place. Is everybody with me on how I added that extra line on the cloud? It's important. Zoom out. So what I'm saying is take something that you have to deal with, which is the lines of the clouds, and turn it into a deliberate plus. Okay? And this again also is where you are, like I said, you're taking the artist had to draw the lines. Now, watch. I'm going to do it again with this cloud. See, I'm going to continue the circle here and make that right there. And again, guys, this is where you work on making a, all right. I gotta phrase this. The cloud lines are not a mistake, okay? They're not a mistake, but we want to make them look more realistic. So this is along the lines of correcting a piece to make it work. And this is where, if you make a mistake on a coloring piece, you work it into your project and make it part of it. All right, let me pull out and show you. Zoom out. Zoom out. Now, we're going to put a little color back into the clouds in a minute. But one concept at a time. Besides, I got to finish these clouds over here. How cute is this? And as Lila just said, guys, please post this video on your timeline, and please, please, please post for Ruth. Ruth was so kind to send me 3 books instead of just the one, just the nursery rhymes. Okay. "10 Days to Ruth," that's right. Oh man, how cool does that look? Okay, Helen, where are you suggesting the white ink Posca highlights? All right, everybody, zoom out. Zoom out. All right, everybody's seen now how cool those clouds look. But we're going to make them look a little cooler. Okay, so are you saying on the middle part or on the brown? On the middle part. All right. We'll see how that looks. Well, it's our different styles, Helen, you know. You say tomato, I say tomato. Hi, Karen. All right, what's up? What's up, Helen? What's scary? Oh, scalpel to scrape the fine hair? Okay, I'll play with it. Okay, whoa, 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 back up. Oh, Daisy, your son has COVID. Okay. Definite prayers sent your way. Mild case. God listened. Okay, so what Helen is suggesting is to go ahead and use the X-Acto knife and scraping away some of the pencil. Zoom in, zoom in. Yeah, some of this is marker, Helen, so we got to see how it's going to react. So, with the white highlight, with the white Arteza pen on the highlights, and then our long scraping here, another technique for doing the hair. And you want to scrape parallel to what you've done with the coloring. Everybody see that? See how cool that looks? Oh, it is. No, Helen, it is marker. It is marker. It's now, it's working beautifully. I'm scraping right through the marker. Everybody see now how that's looking? And if you pull up a little more than you intended, you can just go back and recolor it. Anybody have any questions? You're surprised it's working with markers? Why? Zoom out. There you go. All right, and what I'm using, it's just an X-Acto knife. That's all this is. Yeah, true, Wanda, but what's happening is you're scraping right into the core of the paper. So regardless of what's on the surface is going to show through. Right, but even if you have put marker down, so I'm scraping through marker and colored pencil. There we go. Well, Wanda, it's called self-preservation. I don't want to cut myself. Oh my. Remember that marker, because it's the water-based, has not soaked all the way through. Zoom in, zoom in. So at some point in time, even if this were just marker, at some point in time you're going to hit white paper. Now, if this were alcohol marker and it's soaked all the way through, no, because there's no white paper to show up. I was actually going to go ahead and try this, because I thought that this would be a good place, because we've got a lot of hair to work with. Helen beat me to the punch, which is fine. That's why we talk in this group. There we go. That's not a book, Ronnie. That's Mariola Burdeck, excuse me. Zoom out. Zoom out. Now, if you need to correct anything, which I really don't here, all you have to do is go back over it with your pencil. Anybody have any questions or comments? And then give it a little rub. And we've got that blends in beautifully. All right, now my clouds have dried. So what I'm going to do now is give them a little dimension. Yeah, Maddie's doing Norman right now. Ronnie, just go to, let me see if I can find it. Mariola Burdeck Art. She's on Etsy as well. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Zoom in. Sharon, do you see that? Or Ron, not Sharon, Ronnie, excuse me. Neon highlighter, where? In the hair? Excuse me. Ronnie, what's the sorry for? Try again, Helen. That sentence doesn't make any sense at all. Now, sometimes I do put a light yellow and brown hair. Okay. All right. So while Helen is figuring out her language here, so what you want to do now in your clouds, zoom in, is you want to take just a very, very light gray, and I'm just talking about a tinge. And what you're going to do is you're just going to add a tinge of gray. And I'm not talking about a lot here. Helen was suggesting blue. I decided I want to go with the gray. Yeah, just a kiss on the page. Now, you don't need much at all. I mean, it's just so light. This is one of those your brain will see it. I'm not, how does marker do over Arteza pen? I don't know, I'd have to test it on something. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, so our clouds now are getting a little bit of shape. And where I'm adding that gray a lot is mostly in the middle there and a little bit at the tops. Zoom in. Can you see the subtle? You can see it a little more on the top here. Remember, when you see clouds in the sky on a beautiful sunshiny day, you're going to see some different shades of color in them. They're not like 100% white. And the reason that you see the different cloud formations is because they do have this little bit of extra color in them, right? Does that make sense to everybody? See how I'm zoom in, zoom in. Okay, see how I'm making this little curve with the gray? There's no pen there, and I'm just adding a little bit of that subtle gray. So what I want you to do, guys, is next time in our weather, when it's a nice sunshine day, go out and look at clouds, take a picture, study it, and look at it. They're not just white blobs that don't have form. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. Anybody have questions about clouds? Now, again, you can do that with the gray, you can do it with the blue, but again, look at clouds when you pop outside. All right. Zoom in. Zoom in. So in the middle of this tire, I'm going to put blue, right? Because it's open, obviously. And remember, I added my different shades of blue. Exactly, clouds are not clear white. When they overlay each other, they start to take on that extra color. All right. So the tire, I'm going to put a little gray on there. And then I'm going to come in with a little darker gray. Zoom in. Ronnie, the reason I'm using gray is because you just don't want a black circle there. You want to use your different colors. And in fact, I am going to put a little black on there. Okay, as soon as I find my marker that I want, I'm just going to put a hint of black. Zoom in. All right, Ronnie, do you see that? I'm coming in close up so you can see. I've got black, I've got light gray, a medium gray, and then a little bit of black. And as Wanda said, if you just used all black, you wouldn't have any highlights. It would just be a black circle, okay? But good guess. Zoom out. All right. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. Yeah, that's okay, Ronnie. That's how you learn. All right. So what I want you guys to pick up on this, zoom in, zoom in, is that even on something as small as a tire, you want to use different shades of color. Let's see here. All right. So I'm going to use marker. Now, Ronnie, every time I pick up my marker, it leaves a little dot of where the marker point was. So I just tap that with my finger to get rid of that blob. You see how I'm doing that? Because the marker color is flowing out, and so it leaves a little spot where you last pick it up. So I just tap it with my finger just to get rid of that. And that way you don't have an extra dark color spot there. ILene likes to have different color fingers. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, so top of the chimney. All right. Zoom in. Top of the chimney is concrete. So I'm going to go ahead and just put some little dots on there. Sweat the details, guys. I'll let that dry. Now, on the house itself, I'm going to go ahead and, you know I wouldn't leave it just like that, right? So underneath here, I'm going to go ahead and darken the lines, the shingles. I could do that with marker. But I'm using different mediums so you guys can see. Everybody see how cool that house is starting to look? As soon as I find my brush here. There we go. And if we want it even a little darker, which I do, I'm going to go ahead and throw some brown on there. Ah! Dang it. And then I'm going to go ahead and, since I've got the brown now on the red, I'm going to go ahead and just do the roof brown. Now, you know I'm not going to leave that brown just like that brown, right? So now I'm going to come in with a slightly darker brown. I'm going to use marker. And I'm going to pick a couple of spots. So in other words, I'm not using that brown marker over the entire roof. I've just got the spots colored. And there's our dimension, right? See the difference? Same thing on the window. Partway on the frame, skip a spot, do another little spot, boom. Same on the door. Now, you don't want to be obvious about it. You want to add your secondary colors in a way that you don't really notice it. Everybody see that? Then I'm going to take a little gray, color this concrete very, very lightly where I put the dots. And using the same pencil, I'm going to go a little darker on one spot, just to give it that dimension look. It's subtle, guys, but it's there. And then I'm going to go ahead and use a very light blue that's different than my sky color. Otherwise, it's going to look weird on the windows. Oh, thank you, Lila. Yeah, and right here too. Yep. Now, if you can pull it off, I've got a Stadler Tripless Fine Liner. So first of all, I'm going to use my blender on that blue on the window because it looks too popcorny. And then if you can pull it off, I'm going to put a couple of dashed lines on the windows. See that? Zoom out. Stadler Tripless Fine Liner. They come in buku colors. All right. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay, I need to fix a couple of things. So the first thing I need to fix is the dress. I need to soften that blending. I didn't finish it when I put the color on. I meant to get to it. I didn't. That was my mistake. Sorry about that. Oh, much better. Now, see the difference, guys, between this and this, right? You don't ever want a harsh transition between your light and dark colors, ever. Excuse my hand. Zoom in. Okay. Couple more areas here. Everybody see the difference now between this side and this side, right? This is totally unacceptable on the right-hand side and up here. Takes 2 seconds to fix something like that. All right. And if you accidentally blend away too much shading, you can go back in and fix it. Everybody see the problems with that cat? Now, do you see the difference now between here and here, right? Zoom out. Much, much better. And again, if you lose a little bit of the purple shading that you want, you go right back in and tweak it. Ah. There you go. Good night, Ronnie. Catch the rest of the video because I'm going to be doing some other things on this yet. Yeah, Lila, I'm okay with my extender so far on my blender because I really needed to push firmly, so I was using the palm of my hand, but I'm about to need that extender. Let me grab some water. Hold on, water disappeared. Be right back. Okay. Now, one other little area. I want to smooth out the streaks in the arm. And someone else was mentioning that they were having problems with the Crayola markers being streaky. And I'm running into the same issue. So I'm feeling like I have to go over this with pencil and correct it. Yeah, Lila, they do. They are pretty waxy. Okay, let's fix this. Hold on. Sit tight, everybody. Okay, I'm getting a different brand. I'm putting my Crayola away for the moment. So I've got my Polychromos now. Faber-Castell. Now, if you run into something like that, zoom in. Pick up another color brand like I did, and see if you can color over top wherever your problem is. We've got too good of a piece to pitch it. Okay. Never pitch a piece or rip it up, that's right. So I want you to watch how I'm repairing this piece. You can color in little circles, you can color in different directions to get that to fix it. Well, the problem is, Lila, is people that are relatively new to coloring have no confidence in their work. But yet when somebody else looks at it, they like it. And so the idea is to get people with the no confidence to start having faith in what they're doing. Everything goes through a splotch where, you know, it gets tedious, or you don't like it, or you don't think it's going to come out well. Let's see here. All right. I want to show you this, guys. Shelly Faye Fair posted this picture in our group. You see it? Isn't that pretty? Sorry for the reflection. I'm trying to And I don't know if you saw this post, but so she said, after finishing a few detailed projects, I was looking for an easy, quote-unquote, one to complete, so I chose Nightfall by Maria Troll. I used Cali Art alcohol markers for the majority of the pictures, stickles on the butterfly. Let's see, hold on. Posca pens on the background and polychromos on the cat. I didn't want the image to float in the sky. Whoops, hold on. Because I did that for one last from Nightfall. I wanted ground with some texture, so I used gelatos without water. But after laying down a couple of colors, it looked awful and I wanted to throw it away. In my head, I heard ILene say, fix the mistake. Not sure what to do, I sprayed fixative and then added multiple layers of different colors of eyeshadow for the dark dirt ground. Phew. Thinking I was finished, I took some pictures of it, but the camera either washed out the black sky and flowers of the bottom dirt and cat. After numerous attempts of capturing the perfect picture, I finally ended up with this one. So much for an easy project. Okay, guys, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. She would have thrown that away. You guys have got to quit doing that. And so what I said to her, so proud of you for sticking with it. You learned a lot during the difficult process and ended up with a beautiful piece. Future projects will be easier now. You go, girl. And she says, ILene Vick, thank you for all your advice and encouragement. So I don't know how many times to say this, guys. By the way, look at this one. Did you see this one by Christy Benzine? The Floral Fairies. Oh my gosh. She copied the picture onto vintage parchment paper, decided not to color the entire background so the paper would show. The photo is a bit washed out. The colors are richer in person. These folds in the fabric are hard, ILene Vick. I will get better. Beautiful. Beautiful. Look at this, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? The wings are gorgeous. So, guys, first of all, please comment on these people's posts. Absolutely beautiful. You got to quit beating up on yourself. You need to quit saying not good enough. You need to quit saying I'm going to throw this out. No. Knock it off. And I'm going to drill that and drill that and drill that. I mean, look, Lila says she does beautiful work. Shelley didn't think she was doing beautiful work. We grow up in our lives hearing so many negatives, don't do that, don't do this, don't make yourself the, center of attention, yada, yada, yada. I've got a person in this group who does great artwork. She's had lots of compliments on it. I asked her to not quick, but to draw up a piece for the group to color, and she keeps demurring from it and won't do it. Now, I wouldn't be asking that person to do it if I didn't think it didn't look good, right? So that alone ought to tell you that the work is good enough. So if I'm asking you to color a piece for me, or not color, but to draw up a piece for us to color, then that should be acclamation enough that you know that your work is beautiful enough and nice enough for the group. All right, I think we're fixed. Zoom out. Zoom out. Okay. All right, I think we saved the skin. She's a little darker, but that's cool. All right, so now what I'm going to do is go ahead and well, you're welcome, Jennifer. And that's another thing. If you're working on something and you're having problems with it, walk away from it for a while. I've done that. Look, guys, get this, excuse the language, but get this emotional baggage crap off your backs. Knock it off. And if I tell you that your work looks great, then either, you tell me that you trust my judgment because you come in here night after night and have me teach you, then that should tell you something. Okay, so I'm taking a marker, and what I'm doing, as you have seen before, is I am immediately smudging it with my finger. You cannot wait. It's got to be like boom, boom. I want you guys to succeed, and the only way that you're going to succeed is to trust me. All right. Now I'm going ahead and we're getting our shadows. There you go, Lila. And I deliberately picked an involved project. If you don't take a step out of what you normally do and try something different, you are never ever going to expand your capabilities. And again, either you trust me or you don't. Now, I had a couple people text me and ask me what I thought about the steampunk that they were doing for the contest, and I politely declined to make a comment because it's a contest. Not to mention the fact I get a lot of messages as it is. But now you can post it in the main room and get opinions. All right, now zoom in. Zoom in. So you see how I've got some smudges on here and this color got a little dark? I'm literally taking my blender and pulling off some of that marker color. There we go, much better. The only way that you guys are going to grow is by listening to what I tell you, as far as if there's something wrong with it or could do a little better or whatever. Okay, we got a little problem with the paper here. No biggie. There we go. All right, everybody see what I'm doing is I'm just with the skin now. I'm just shadowing, so we're creating some highlights here. All right. Okay, and Lila, how do you know it isn't a winner? See, there's that negative. Okay, all right. I'm glad you entered the contest. That's great. Everybody that entered that contest that took the time to put their stuff out there is, in fact, a winner, really. Okay, see how I'm getting that shadow, guys? Yeah, and you know, Wanda, if you put 10 people in front of art, a piece of art, you're going to get 10 different comments about it. Somebody is going to love the piece, right? But see, Lila, you started that negative self-talk. I know it isn't going to win. Really? Okay, everybody see how I'm getting this shadowing and shading? All right. There you go, Maddie. You color with your personalities. You gotta like no, you don't have gotta like yourself. You gotta love yourself. There you go. Wanda says, I love Lila's color choices on the contest piece. Why do you guys keep entering this stuff with so much self-doubt? We're all unique in our own different ways. We all have our own little things that we like. Okay. Jennifer, it was announced last Monday. It was announced in a post, and it was announced in announcements. This group pretty much runs a contest every week. We'll have one coming up with Dawn. Oh man, come on. I'm having problems. I'm nervous about ILene seeing my entry. Wow, self-doubt. You know, and guys, think about Wanda. She was concerned about grayscale, right? You remember all the self-doubts that Wanda had about doing grayscale? And the upshot is she gets a compliment of all things from Ruth Sanderson. You're not seeing double anymore, just 1 1/2. Excuse me, Wanda, what did I miss? Okay, zoom out. Zoom out. All right, we're getting there. All right, is everybody getting the concept about coloring skin? That we do our lighter skin as the base, and then we come in with our darker color on the edge. Oh, I got it, Wanda. Okay. Yeah, and Wanda, it's funny you should bring up about those contests, because I was thinking that too. I know a lot of people are busy. So we need to figure out a way to maybe extend the coloring times. Yeah, Maddie's entry is gorgeous. Now, if you're putting marker on, like I am, and your lines are a little harsh, like they are, then this is where we're going to go back and blend that in a little more. All right, everybody see now how I'm closing off that line? What did I do? The top of her left arm? Yeah. Right arm, actually. Thank you. So if you guys want to get better, stop the you know, self-pity, not good enough, you know, yada, 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 and move on. And the other thing that you guys are not thinking about either is, how are you going to get better if you don't enter these contests so I can see what you guys are doing? I really loved it when Jeff Haney was giving out winners and honorable mentions. Jean got an honorable mention. Somebody's got to help me with who else got it. Yeah. So if you guys don't post because you think the piece is terrible, how is anybody going to look at it, or how am I going to look at it and make suggestions for you? Oh, so I was talking about Wanda. So Wanda was like, you know, super concerned about grayscale coloring. Yeah, and like I said, boom, she gets a mention from Ruth Sanderson. Melissa won, that's right. Wanda had an honorable mention. Jean had an honorable. That was it. Wanda and Jean both had honorable mentions. I thought that was so nice of Jeff to do that. Zoom in. I mean, honestly, guys, this group is to learn. And if you're going to be offended by what somebody says about your pieces, this is not the group for you. Zoom out. Yeah, even better. Yeah, he told about what he liked about each. All right. I'm going to erase that spot and fix it. Now, if you've put down marker and your marker is a little bit darker than what you want, then you take a lighter colored pencil like what I'm doing. Please don't post an ugly comment. Well, I don't post ugly comments, first of all. I critique, and there's a difference. Okay. I think we're in pretty good shape. Got a couple of streaks in here I'll fix. And again, if you've used marker to do your shadowing and you're not happy with it, go back over it with your pencil, okay? I would say pretty much that she's finished. We need to add a little bit of bling that we talked about. So let me give her some spray. We're going to clack. All right, Lila, let me borrow some of your bling. Hand it to me through the computer. Yeah, thank you, Lila. All right. So let's let that dry a little bit. Okay, let's have some fun now. Yeah, and that reminds me, guys, sometimes on Facebook Market, there are people that are selling nail art bling. Now, you got to watch the prices. I think they're expensive sometimes, especially if you start considering the shipping and all that stuff. But the reason that I like this particular card... Oh no, Lila. So these have the different colors. Have you had problems with packages disappearing before? That makes me so incredibly mad when I hear about people that are stealing stuff. I mean, really mad. I've never had that problem. Okay. So I'm going to go, I've got the two, well, hopefully, even if they left it at the other building, hopefully somebody will bring it back to you. Yeah, Amazon, they love me. My delivery guys don't. All right, so here's the first set. There's the second size. There's 3 of each size. So I'm going to go ahead, and we talked about putting bling on this. And I'm even going to get smart and start at the left because I'm right-handed. Oh, what a concept. And I'm just going to put a drop of glue. Zoom in. Now, the reason that I'm hanging on this project tonight, guys, well, first of all, you tell me that you prefer when I finish a piece. But I do want you to see the whole thing. Whoops. I'm going to mix them, Lila. Sorry for the wiggle. I had to make a quick adjustment. Now, I've got a half gem right where that gob of glue is, but I'm not going to worry about that, obviously. I'll go ahead and put down the full piece. Okay. Let's see, get that one there. And again, for those of you guys who are new and watching, even though these gems have the adhesive on the back, you still need to use some glue. I use the Elmer's clear glue. Washable clear is fine. Hi, Pearl. Pearl, what you up to? All right, everybody see how cool that's looking now? All right. And again, I know that we've got some half pieces on the edge here. So you go ahead and just move your piece in a little bit. Well, your family is obviously very important. So glad. Thank you for thinking of us, though, to come in. You know, you guys really touch me when you say things like that. It's so heartwarming to me that you guys, it's so important that even though you've got other stuff going on during the night, you still find time to come in. So I'm doing about 3 drops at a time, and that way I can keep keep track of what I've placed and what I haven't. Oh man, guys, this looks so cool. Well, I know that this is important to you guys, and I so appreciate that, Lila. Thank you. I think you guys are gonna find this week to be very exciting. All right. Now, I've really gotten into a really good habit and way of gluing these things. Excuse me for reaching. Oh, you're welcome, Pearl. You know, the only thing that I ask is if you guys care to contribute a little bit to that coffee thingy once in a while, or pick up something off of the wish list for the group. Totally up to you. Okay. But yeah, no charge. Do you guys know that we had 56 people join last week? I had 3 people that wanted to join just before I went on air tonight. Okay. Zoom out. There you go. The wish list is, I'll find it again, but it's an Amazon wish list. I'll post it in announcements. Zoom in. Look how cool that looks, guys. All right, so I'm wondering if a little tiny dot in the middle of the eye would look cool. Oh, I forgot something. I need to put on some, here we go, a little bit of blush. That marker is just skating on the top because of the, I sprayed it. There we go. Yeah, and that's one thing, guys, and I know you are basically all in agreement with me on this. You know, don't sexualize your pictures. Address where to ship to? What address is that, sweetie? All right, I'm going to smooth that out later. These are the, well, this is a Tanmit, T-A-N-M-I-T, Tanmit, and there's also Ohuhu. Those are both water-based. Okay, Pearl, to ship what, please? To me, you mean? Oh, okay. If you guys get anything off of my wish list, Amazon automatically ships it to my address. If this is something that you're sending me personally, contact me in by message, direct message. Okay. So we've got light and dark on here. And again, guys, remember, it's, I mean, I love getting this stuff because it's art, you know, art supply, coloring supply. It's for the group. It really is. but I get to play with it. All right. Yeah, I don't think, oh, whoa, wait a minute. All right, now do you want me to bling the dress as well? The poofy and the dress, you need to tell me. Yes or no? I know what I want to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to bling. I'm going to bling. I'm going to bling. How about if I just bling the orange? That's what I'm thinking. In the middle of these little flowers. And I'm going to use the teeniest, tiniest size on here. Yeah. That's going to be a rip putting these on. Yeah, and we need to do something with the spider. At least the eyes. All right. So let's go ahead and this is going to be real interesting. Oh, I got to show you this. You guys see how these pieces are on this plastic and how when they were manufactured, they went right out to the edge? Look at that. Those last few on the bottom, I mean like right on the edge. That is so funny. Actually, it almost looks like they slid. Anyway, these things amuse me. Okay. So what I'm going to do on the flowers, I love this set, Lila. You said you've got this set? I love it. I would definitely buy more of these. I've got to put a super positive review on it. Okay. Okay, so I just did 6 of these. That's so funny. When I put the glue on, it magnifies the orange, and it almost makes it look like there's already a rhinestone there. That's funny. I don't know if you can see that and can tell. Oh no, there we go. And the thing that I love about this clear glue is that I'm putting on the teeniest, tiniest rhinestone. So of course there's way more glue than is needed. But because it dries clear, it doesn't screw up the rhinestone. Okay. Because the problem is I can only make the rhinestone, I'm sorry, the glue spot so small. There we go. All right. And Vicky's saying hello. And yes, you're going to get a little goopy with your finger with the glue, so what? All right, can you guys see how cool this is starting to look? Okay. Yeah, if these weren't affixed to something and they dropped, that'd be it. I just buy a different set. There is no way you could find those. Okay, now on this handle here, not sure if I posted these. I'm going to go ahead and put one of these rhinestones, one size bigger, on top of the spoon in orange. So you can see that. I hope you guys can see how cool this is really starting to look now. I'll get closer with it in a minute. It's amazing. You wouldn't think that a teeny tiny rhinestone would make that much of a difference on something, but it really does. Okay, I've got, what, about 6 more to do? Okay. And I know this sounds dumb, but when you're putting your glue down, count your spots so that you know how many you need to fill up. Because the glue disappears, basically. Just a little tip there. At least that helps me. Ah. Oh man, guys. This is so cute. All right. And I just got to put one back that got waylaid here. I must have brushed into it. Oh, really? Good. Okay. Zoom out. Yes, I put a gem on the handle of the spoon. All right, let's see. Oh, there you go. See? Look how cute that looks. I put a gem on the handle. There you go. All right. Then the spider. I want to show you what I want to do for the pocket. Don't bail on me yet. Ooh, that would be cute too. And again, guys, it's just enough extra to make everything pop. Oops. Oh, that was dumb. Okay, so this is up for a vote. Hold on, gotta find the right color. So, zoom in. You've got three choices. Blue heart on the pocket, red heart on the pocket, or little buglet on the pocket. What do you think? Somebody keep count. 2 blues, 2 bugs, 2 hearts, 3 blues, 2 hearts, okay, blue heart, 4 blue hearts, 1 bug. Okay, we got her. Okay. And I still want to show you guys something, so like I said, I need you to hang with me. So let's go ahead and get that heart on there. And what I want you to notice is I'm angling the heart up to the left a little bit. And I'll just go ahead and get that extra glue off. All right, so that's done. Okay. And by the way, if I should accidentally kick off, we'll call it for the evening. I think I'm okay, but just in case. See, now it wasn't Friday or Saturday and there are absolutely no problems. Wanda's walking on the ceiling. Okay. So I'm only going to put 3 blings on the spider. There we go. He's done. All right. Zoom out. Harry's got bling. Zoom out. All right. And here is one more thing I'm going to do. Okay, give me a second. I hope you guys have enjoyed this project as much as I have doing it for you. It's been really fun. It's so funny. After I'm done doing this, it's another hour and a half uploading video to YouTube. So that's when I'll grab a coloring project and I'll work on something. You know, like if I don't finish something, or if I've got duplicate leaves, I'll just do that. Okay. Excuse my arm. All right. So I have black glitter. Well, I have to put it into a video. I put it into a video program and I add my text on it. And that text will say video from, you know, yada, yada, yada. Do I practice pictures before doing them online? No. No. So I am putting black glitter around the outside. Hopefully I'm on camera. I can't look up at the moment. Okay. Zoom in. All right. Okay. There we go. Zoom out. Everybody see that? So what I want you guys now to start thinking about is putting borders on your things. There you go. Kim, this is black glitter that I put on the outside. There you go. See it? Now, the reason I did that is we had black in the spider. We've got black on the eyes. And if you want to, you can go ahead and just take a little bit of the black glitter glue and put it on the side of the eye. Not to be confused with side eye. So there you go. Everybody see the flash in the eye? Yeah, do you see that glitter? Look at her eyes as I turn this. So you can see that just a little bit on the left of each eye. So here's the deal, guys. Don't get over rambunctious with your bling or your glitter or your add-ons. You just want it subtle enough that when somebody looks at that, let me put it to you this way. If somebody looks at something for the first time, your bling should never be the first thing they see. Does that make sense? You want your bling to be discovered. So I'm calling this one done. I'm just going to fix her cheek a little bit. Smooth that out. Anybody have any questions or comments? But yeah, don't ever let your bling be the first thing people see. So like on that spider where we added the 3 dots, you don't see that right away, right? You don't see it on the dress right away. All right, so you guys learned how to do clouds by covering up the lines with a gel pen. We glittered the eyes, we glittered the end of the spoon, put the border on it in black, which now makes everything in black pop up on this. Yep, nothing exotic on this. I've stepped through how to do everything on here. Okay? I hope you like this project, guys. I love doing this with you. This turned out really well. So don't be afraid of your markers. I'm just trying to catch that glitter again. Oh, there's the glitter in the eye. See it? See how that picks up? Isn't that cool? I love it. Just a little splotch on the left-hand side. Okay? I love you guys. Please share this on your timeline. By the way, thank you so much for all the idea for the hashtags. Please keep going with it. Guys, please promote the Ruth Sanderson meeting. We had such a good time with her when she came in last time. I got her talking about her studio. I mean, my gosh, she was on for probably a good half hour or more. I loved it. I loved it when she walked us around her studio. What a privilege to see that. And to see those things that she was working on. Okay, guys. This is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. Love you guys. I get my energy from you. You have a good rest of the evening. Take care. See, there's my heart for you. Joyous, joyous coloring, guys. Bye.